It's the great thing in veterinary medicine. You never know where you're going to end up. You might start out small, you could end up mixed, anything else, or you could be large. A lot of people, because of health or injuries, that start off equine end up small animal, or the same with large animal. You can change. You have public health, you have government, you have research. So many ways a veterinarian can go. We are so well trained in so many areas that people don't realize the extensive knowledge that a veterinarian has. And that's why it's important for young veterinarians to learn everything they can. Don't be afraid to take poultry animal medicine. Don't be afraid to go mixed. Take all the mixed courses you can, because the more you know, the better. A lot of it applies and transfers to other species. So when I was, through my career, I was mixed in school. I had Dr. Ben Pomeroy for my poultry instructor. That's old. That's how old I am. So, but I always wanted to learn. I always believed in CE. I would go to Western states and maybe take the whole week on reptiles, or another time take it all on avian medicine. So I had no fear of treating birds and snakes and reptiles. And in 2007, another thing in Minnesota that was happening was we were worried about viral hemorrhagic septicemia, a disease that fish get. And if it got in the inland waters, it would wipe out the muskie population, the walleyes, it would damage a lot of things. And this virus could be carried in the minnows. And so the state required the wholesalers of minnows to have the lake tested, to have the minnows tested before they could sell them to bait shops. So we would have to collect 60 minnows of each species and have them tested for VHS. So that's how I started out in aquaculture medicine, just by starting that. And then one thing grew to another. You start treating fish patients. Then we had seminars combined with the university and the DNR, doing necropsies on fish and setting up samples for culture. And then biosecurity. And then Iowa State had for their senior students, we put on a seminar on fish surgery. And Dr. David Starling down there and I had this not a course, but a weekend of fish surgery. And they actually students got to anesthetize fish and do a laparotomy on them and sew them up, and they all lived. That inspired a lot of those young veterinarians to learn more about fish. It's a whole different world. I had 300 credits, CE credits of aquaculture medicine in all its forms, and 10 years experience. And then I applied and got to be a certified aquatic veterinarian with the World Aquatic Vetmed Association. So you get tired of bone surgery in dogs and cats and horses and whatnot, you can go into, I thought, final frontier, aquaculture. It's the largest growing food medicine program in the world. And of course, then there's bee medicine. So I had to learn about bees too, but there's always something you can learn and always something you can do, and you can always change, and you can do it at any age. So if I could be certified by the time I was 60, you're never too old to learn.